Hello everyone. In today's video, we will discuss medial plantar artery perforator flap. It is a faciocutaneous perforator flap, also known as like for the like flap. It is used for reconstruction of weight-bearing foot. It provides glabrous skin. It can also be used as a sensate flap, and it gives durable plantar skin. Unlike skin grafts, it withstands repetitive pressure and shear forces during walking. Coming to the arterial supply, the plantar tibial artery divides beneath the flexor retinaculum into lateral plantar artery and medial plantar artery. The medial plantar artery further divides into deep and superficial medial plantar artery. Superficial medial plantar artery give directly perforators to instep skin and continue distally to anastomose to first plantar metatarsal artery network. The deep medial plantar artery, which lies medial to superficial, divides to medial and lateral deep medial plantar arteries. Medial deep medial plantar artery gives perforators to instep skin and go distally to form medial aspect of deep plantar arch, while the lateral deep medial plantar artery anastomose to first plantar medial metatarsal artery. The superficial medial plantar artery runs deep to abductor hallucis and flexor digitorum brevis. It gives. The flap can also include the medial plantar nerve, which runs medial to the vessel to create a sensate flap. Before marking, we have to identify some useful landmarks. This will be the medial malleolus. This will be the weight-bearing skin. There will be line joining midpoint of the weight-bearing heel to the second web space. So this area and this area will be the weight-bearing areas. We'll have to draw the ball of the great toe also. It will also be the weight-bearing area. All these three areas are weight-bearing, and this areas should not be the part of the flap. After that, we taught the tibialis posterior tendon so as to identify the navicular tuberosity, anterior to which is cuneiform, medial cuneiform, and anterior to which is the head of the first metatarsal bone. After that, we have to draw midpoint from medial malleolus to calcaneal tuberosity, and we will be able to identify the posterior tibial artery. We will draw a line from midpoint between the medial malleolus and calcaneal tuberosity towards the first web space. This approximates the course of the medial plantar artery. We can also confirm the proximal point by palpation. We palpate the posterior tibial artery and use handheld Doppler to trace the course of medial plantar artery and its perforators. Most of the perforators lies 2 to 6 centimeter distal to medial malleolus along the course of medial plantar artery. After that, we will outline the abductor hallucis muscle extending from the medial calcaneal tuberosity towards the proximal phalanx of the great toe. We use the Doppler to identify one or more perforators emerging on the medial aspect of the abductor hallucis muscle. Mark the dominant perforators, and after that we have to design the elliptical skin flap around the dominant perforator, which matches the wound site. The pedicle length is generally 3 to 6 centimeter depending upon the perforator selected. In size, after that we incise one border of the flap and elevate in a subfacial plane. You can see from this here, most of the time we start the dissection from the lateral edge of the donor side, and after that we retract the abductor hallucis muscle medially, exposing the medial plantar artery and medial plantar nerve. If a sensate flap is desired, we include the medial plantar nerve. After flap elevation, transfer of the flap should be done in such a way that there is no twisting or kinking of the pedicle. The donor site is closed primarily if the donor site is small. If it is large, we have to go for split thickness skin grafting. The above discussed type was anterograde medial plantar flap, but we can also go for reverse flow inset medial plantar flap. Here, the reverse medial plantar artery perforator flaps rely on retrograde flow through the distal arterial communications within the lateral plantar artery and plantar arterial arch. The proximal medial plantar artery is divided while preserving the distal vessels, as you can see from this image. So here is the retrograde flap. We can also go for VY medial plantar flap. A V-shaped flap is designed in the medial plantar instep. The flap is advanced towards the defect. The donor site is closed in a Y-shaped fashion, hence the name VY advancement flap, sometimes also referred as YV flap depending on the direction of the closure. Thank you. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and share and subscribe.